Good evening. Let's see what's up next in anti-SJW Cringe. We're going to spin the wheel and land on something random. Random is the way forward, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just for Christmas. What have we got here? Oh. Who is Dr. Randomacam? Bugger. I think the randomizer's on the fritz. This is not what I had in mind. Obviously, this is some kind of incel misogynist pedo defender. But I'm ready. You might think hunting pedos would be a discreet job for the police, but behold, as I don my magic cape and take it upon myself as a qualified YouTuber, to use my powers of unique foresight to bitch about the edgy, confused numbskulls on the internet who are too incompetent to even keep their dangerous tendencies a secret. Thereby, I will keep everyone safe from the corporate-backed, untouchable Jimmy Saviles of the world who are getting away with most of the actual kiddie fiddling. Then I will take anyone who doubts my wokeness, and I will accuse them of being a pedo, which will not muddy any waters whatsoever or create any smokescreens for the actual pedos to hide under. I am so helping! And it is absolutely not disturbing as all hell how much I love talking about this shit. I think I might sue YouTube later, and unlike PragerU, I will actually be achieving something because raisins. Fear not, fellow victims of sexual discrimination. I will lead you all into victory. Don't call the police. Don't call the local authorities. Call me. Bozo the fucking clown. Honk. All right, you commence your video, please. Skip.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Where is your hat, young man?
Hi guys, how's it going?
Better.
So, I don't normally wear a hat, but I thought today I would explore who is Dr. Randomacam. Now, you probably never heard of him.
Cold. And perfectly accurate.
But he's actually a YouTuber who does some really interesting kind of political satire songs and a few original things too.
Not a lot. Really not a lot. He very much specializes in collaboration without consent. He is what you might call a serial rapist of other people's songs and videos. And a pedo defender. I can't imagine any other reason someone would criticize anything I've said or why I keep shouting!
And he does a lot of talks. He's a men's rights activist.
He's not an activist. He's just an advocate. He doesn't even have the spinal fortitude to call himself an activist, even though he makes irreverent polemics and parody songs just like any typical activist would. But if you would like to use him as a reason to shit on all men's rights activists, or even just to brand the very concept of men's rights itself as a discardable joke, that's absolutely acceptable if you feel like it.
He's a men's rights activist and a woman's rights activist, but you wouldn't know that from his critics.
But no, that can't be right. How can you possibly support men's rights and women's rights at the same bloody time? No, this is all wrong. There's like being left and right at the same time, like being pro-guns and anti-guns at the same time. It's ridiculous. You've got to pick a side. How the hell is my brain supposed to function if you don't pick a side? You're either with me or you're with the pedos. Stop being divisive!
This is a picture of a dude, okay? So, he's got his hat on, which is why I've got my hat on.
Your hat isn't pretentious enough to be compared with his hat. He thinks he's some kind of Russian lumberjack. Or some kind of South Park character, or something in between. Look, he's pretending to be something, and I don't know what it is, I just know he isn't it.
You know, funny story, I actually offered to send him one of these hats, on the condition he would actually wear it in one of his videos, but he wasn't interested, can you believe it?
I know, he won't give me his address either. He's a coward, sir, a coward who just won't die. It's insufferable.
Yeah, seriously, why don't you want my hat, mate? What's wrong with my hat, eh? Seriously, come on. What's wrong with it?
Sir, if I didn't know better, I'd suspect you're being insincere in some way. Maybe even affectionately tongue-in-cheek. I'm going to have to insist that you take this seriously. This man is dangerous and utterly ineffective.
So, let's look at his Encyclopedia Dramatica entry.
Good people. Solid research. Detailed exposés. Yes. He claims it's one of his proudest achievements to be in the Encyclopedia Dramatica while still not in Wikipedia, but why would he be proud of such a scathing hit piece? The good folks in the ED went out of their way to give him a ruddy good spanking.
Dr. Randomacam is a delusional grown man who just rants on feminism.
That's not quite true. He does occasionally turn his attention to the very non-feminists who charge him with only talking about feminism. Then they proceed to tell him to go back to arguing with feminists. And the cycle repeats. Celebrity orbiters are extremely intelligent people.
You probably don't know who he is, and that's to be expected. Although he has 41,000 subscribers, I don't know if that's been updated, he might have more, and growing.
Wrong! He got to 62,000 and since then has slowly slid back down to 58. Because whenever he uploads a video, he loses between 30 and 100 subscribers. What else would you expect? They're doing precisely what any sane person would do in the face of such abysmal content. I'm surprised it's not more who are hemorrhaging every day. This is all perfectly organically explained. Anyone who says otherwise is a paranoid conspiracy theorist. There is no issue with any YouTube algorithms. Thank you for listening. You may now go back to sincerely believing that there is.
Nobody gives a beep about his channel. This is because he steals his art style from Doug Walker and makes his videos impossible to find.
Again, sir, this is no laughing matter. As you well know, that is a picture of Bill Bailey, a world-famous comedian. Doug Walker is the nostalgia critic, a world-famous internet personality. Since this is a perfectly valid criticism, I would appreciate it if you would treat it as such.
Now, to be fair, this is valid criticism.
Good. And don't let it happen again.
I mean, he doesn't exactly use search engine optimization techniques very well.
As otherwise accurate as this article is, it needs to be updated. Earlier this year, he finally took the advice of his intellectual betters and changed his video titles, going all the way back 5 years, to include the names of the channels or individuals he was responding to therein. By sheer coincidence, 2 days after he did this, YouTube announced they were changing their algorithm again. The Doctor has experienced zero uptake in views or subscribers as a result of this change. There is no... stop believing what you believe. There is no issue with any YouTube algorithms. Okay, believe what you believe again.
Well, he kind of does, but most of his videos are called something like Proletariat of the Apes.
It's Rise of the Proletariat of the Apes, not that I would know. He could have just named it after the first line of the chorus, I demand equal rights between men and canines, but a drawn-out title of 8 words sounded too much like a Morrissey B-side, so he went for a different title with 7 words. Because he's a fucking genius.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This, cat thing has come.
I see you hate dogs too, I'm hardly surprised.
You might think that's got something to do with Planet of the Apes. No, it's a song about something, but I don't know because the name isn't actually connected with the content.
He thinks he's clever and subversive like Frank Zappa or some shit. He's not. He should stick to pop songs instead. Oh shit, that's exactly what he does. Well, he should just tell me what his point is! Jesus, I can't even.
To be honest, I quite like that he doesn't actually do that, because it kind of means that you have to, search through lots of stuff to actually find a nugget of gold. So it's a bit like a treasure hunt with Dr. Random Accam.
It doesn't put you off at all that the majority of his content is the useless grit through which you're painfully sifting for gold in vain? Bloody hell, you're weird.
He lives in a pineapple under a sea.
A sea made of shallowness? What? No, I did not just hit the blunt. What do you mean? You make no sense. Go back to reading the article.
Most people doing a video on another YouTuber or doing a response video would name the person in the title, thumbnail, or anywhere where you'd be able to find it in a search result. Dr. Random Accam makes his title like a 16-year-old gal incredibly vague so that people won't know if he made a video on him.
Yes, to reiterate, he took this advice. This galaxy brain advice, not from ED, but from the good faith, well-meaning internet experts around him. He took this priceless advice about the importance of including clickbait in your titles, and he took it for nothing. Exactly nothing. 0 to the power of 1, the centre of a hollowed-out goose egg. I'm sure he would jolly well shake you all by the hand, if his hand were here.
So that people won't know if he made a video on him unless his mindless drones spam your comment section endlessly.
Thankfully, there's been no evidence to suggest that the clickbait titles have caused any more drone spam to find its way to the target channels than before the change, which was partially the point of avoiding them in the first place. That was a risk he didn't need to take, but he took it because he trusted you people. Again, if he were here, he would show his endless gratitude for the lesson he learned about taking people's advice.
I'm actually one of those mindless drones. I think he's got a few valid points.
That was your smoke alarm. You need to change the battery.
May not agree with everything he says because I'm not like a cyborg or some kind of brainless creature, so I've got my own opinions too.
If the Doctor were here now, he would hug you. He would squeeze you like a teddy bear and tell you, please never change. Never let it be said or even implied that you agree with everything I say. And I hope, to whatever power there is in the universe, that you are never outnumbered by those mindless celebrity orbiters who, for a chance to get close to their parasocial crush, would feed their own grandmother to the ravenous bug-bladder beast of Troll. Oh, for heaven's sake, this isn't even intertextual, just plagiarism.
But, you know, he's certainly got a lot of interesting points, especially when you look into a lot of his longer form stuff.
Yes, don't let him get lazy. Smack him on the knuckles with a stick if he ever resorts to taking on pathetically easy targets like flat earthers or pedo trolls. Exactly 0 accusations of flat earth apologia. How fucking queer. Alright, carry on with the ED, old chap.
For this reason alone, I'm going to say that says alone, Dr. Random McCann can only amass a cult following on YouTube.
Ha! They got you there, Doctor! Your following is a cult because it is so small. You need at least 100,000 subscribers before you graduate to not a cult, which you will never do because you suck. BTFO, motherfucker. How do you like them plums?
Now, to be honest, I wonder if it's this deliberate, because everyone who gets too big on YouTube kind of, like, crashes and burns.
No, they don't. Shut up.
You know, you may actually, it's a bit like that dude who made the wings out of wax and decided to go for a fly, and then the wings melted because they're made of wax.
It was Icarus. No, this is nothing to do... Straw man! This is a straw man. This never happens. People just get happier and happier the more famous they get, and more grounded and in touch. Who wouldn't appreciate being surrounded by a wall of sycophantic yes-men thousands of bodies thick? This has never sent anyone stark raving mad. I don't know what you're talking about. What is your point? Tell me your point. What is your point? Tell me again. Now tell me again. Yes, I know anyone of a first-grade reading comprehension can understand what you're saying, but you're still not saying what I want to hear. I'm not interested in your point. I'm interested in an out-of-context hot take. So keep paraphrasing yourself over and over again until you say something that I can interpret as uncharitably as conceivably possible, if you know what I mean. No, I cannot see how disgustingly sinister I'm being. Why, are you a pedo?
I don't know what the moral of that story is, but it's probably something related.
I mean it, dude. Never change. I could fucking kiss you right now.
Feminist videos.
Look at him. He thinks he's scary. And he thinks he's cute. Or somewhere in between the two. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's just an attention seeker, and he's desperate for someone to interact with him, and why won't he answer me?
The only reason Dr. Random McCann can even stay relevant within the people Are
you throwing shade at Encyclopedia Dramatica? Christ, you must be Jeffrey Epstein himself.
Stay to watch him is by doing rant videos on... To be fair, he's critical of feminism because, you know, when you only look at half the human race, you kind of miss the other half.
Then why is he a men's rights activist? Ha! Slam dunk! Victory dance! Hang off my teeth, you fucking scumbags!
Now, I disagree. He doesn't gain any attention, if I'm honest. This is probably, like, the only video about him for the year.
Ever. This is the only video about him ever, as far as I know, and I wouldn't know, and I don't care.
You're the one who ends up looking like a bigger idiot.
Not true. I have more subscribers and they think he's an idiot. Case closed. Might makes right, bitch. Now go back to believing what you otherwise believe when it suits you.
I wouldn't ever look like an idiot.
You display an admirably self-deprecatory sense of humour, sir, which is just as well. You're going to need it when you get a frenzied tentacle of thumbless AIDS babies coming at you and sincerely calling you an autistic incel pedo defender. Welcome to the wider internet. It is 99% cancer, and it is all, quote-unquote, better than you. To be continued. Play us out with some poop, my good man.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Message received. Well met.
Hi.
Holy crap, are these lyrics?
He lives in a pineapple under a sea.
What is your point? Fight!